I'm going to show you my burnt butter cheesecake. Really delicious and really simple and really, really tasty. Now it starts with butter. There are so many different butters on the market, but I choose to use Australian organic butter made from grass-fed cows that roam the fields, nibble on daisies and drink from that cool stream, and they make delicious butter. Also Australian owned, that's really important. Now I've got a little pan that's on and I'll throw the whole butter in here. What I want is a little bit of melted butter for the base and some brown butter to flavour the cheesecake. So I'll let that simmer away to melt that butter. And while that's melting, I'll show you a little trick on lining the cake tin that I'm using. Now I'm using Glad Bake, which is fantastic because nothing sticks to it. Now what I've got is a springform tin. I open it up like this and then lay the Glad Bake on the bottom. Pop the lid on like that and then close it down. And you've got the base stuck to the bottom. Nothing will take that away. Now, to line the sides of it, I just grab a long sheet of Glad Bake like this and then tear it off. And then I just fold it down through the middle till I get the size that I want coming up the side of the pan there. Fold it once, fold it twice. Now, you can cut it if you want. Here's a great little trick. Just roll it up nice and carefully like this all the way around, and then you pick it up, pop it into the cake tin like that and let it unravel itself. Just push it around the edges like that and it sticks to the walls easily. That way, nothing will stick to the side of this cake tin. Now this is melting down beautifully, so it's time to make the base. In my Magic Mix over here, I've got some lovely digestive biscuits here, and to that, I'm gonna add a little bit of the melted butter. About 100 mils is what I'll need, and that'll help to soften up the breadcrumbs and also help them to stick together. This will go back onto the heat here, so it'll brown up beautifully. Now all I need to do is pop the lid on this, whiz it around till I've got some lovely crispy crumbs, and then I'll show you how to make the filling. We're ready to go. You can see the crumbs are nice and fine. It's got that beautiful butter taste as well. Butter is the best thing for this base. It really gives it a lovely flavour and holds it together beautifully. With a spatula, I'm going to scrape out all of the biscuit crumb base into the bottom of my cake tin. And look, I can give this a bit of a wash, but it's all going in the same dish. So I'll pop this straight back on over here and I'll show you how to put the filling together. In goes the blade. Now the filling is a delicious filling and it's really simple. It starts with some sour cream straight in here like this. All the little bits of crumbs that are left over in here are going to mix through the cheesecake filling and make it even more delicious. Sour cream goes in here, some lovely brown sugar goes in here as well, some cream cheese, I've got 600 grams of that, make sure I get it all in. The trick with the cream cheese is to bring it up to room temperature so it's nice and soft, and that way it blends around beautifully. And then 4 eggs. Crack these straight into the top. You can add them one at a time, but I just put them straight in. It's all about making it easy to put together. And the easier the cake, the more often you're gonna make it. That's what it's all about. Now for some extra flavour, I've got some vanilla. And what I'll do is I'll just cut the vanilla bean in half like this and just carefully with the back of the knife, scrape off some of those little tiny seeds. And that will go all the way through this mixture and give it a lovely vanilla flavour. Sprinkle it in like that and just pop the lid on like this. While this is whirling around and becoming nice and smooth and tasty, I'll pack the base of this and keep an eye on this butter. When it's nice and brown, I'll show you how to bring it all together. Okay, that's mixed together beautifully. Now when you look at it, it's going to look like it's quite thin, which it is, but believe me, when it goes into the oven, it'll set beautifully. So just carefully pour it straight onto the base there and it'll spread itself out nice and evenly. Look at that, fantastic. We've got most of it out there. Now, you can put the brown butter into here, but I'll show you what I like to do. I'll get the brown butter and then pour it over the top like this. I've let it cool down just a little bit. You can see it's got that lovely colour on the outside. And then you just spoon it around like this and it'll go all the way through it. Now, I've got a little bit of extra sugar here, which I sprinkle on top. It'll sit on the top there of that butter and caramelize beautifully. Now this is going to go into an oven that's been preheated at 175 degrees Celsius. It'll take about 35 to 40 minutes till it's nicely set and cooked all the way through. Then we need to cool it down for a couple of hours and then take a slice of it. There you have it, my burnt butter cheesecake. Little bit of icing sugar on the outside, and that's about all you need to do. Easy, tasty, delicious. One of my favourite cheesecakes in the entire world. If I leave it here, someone else is going to eat it, so I better take it away and hide it.